Hi guys, it's Scientist Dwarf, and today we are going to be doing food chain food webs. The sun is the main source of light and heat energy and provides sunlight and heat for us. The chlorophyll in the leaves of the plant traps sunlight and photosynthesizes. The grasshopper then feeds on the glucose and obtains energy. A food chain shows the food relationship and how energy is transferred from an organism to another. The grasshopper feeds on the plant, and energy as well as glucose is transferred to the grasshopper. The same thing happens when the tiger feeds on the grasshopper. There are many organisms in our environment. Each organism performs a different role. Plants are producers and animals are consumers. Only plants can make their own food by trapping sunlight, so they are called producers, which are important sources for animals including humans. However, other organisms cannot make their own food, so they feed on plants, other animals, or both. So they are called consumers. Interestingly, there are three types of consumers. One is the plant eater, which feeds on plants, one is the animal eater, which feeds on animals, and one is the animal and plant eater, which feeds on both. However, most of the energy obtained is used to carry out life processes. So only 10% of energy is transferred from an organism to another. There are different organisms that can be involved in many different food chains, so they are linked together to form a food web. How does a food web look like? Let's find out. The sheep and the grasshopper are primary consumers that directly feed on the grass, and the tiger as well as the lizard are secondary consumers that feed on the primary consumers. Food relationships help to control and balance the populations of the community. Without these, the food web becomes larger and more complicated. The organisms in a food relationship affect one another's survival. Plant eaters affect the survival of producers they feed on, while animal eaters affect the survival of animals they feed on. Let's look at the scenario. What happens to the population of the grasshopper if the population of the grass decreases? The answer is simple. The grasshopper depends on the grass for food. So, when the population of the grass decreases, there is less food for the grasshopper to feed on. This causes the population of the grasshopper to decrease. In conclusion, food chains are linked to form food webs. Both of them show the food relationships between organisms. Producers and consumers affect each other's survival. Thanks for watching, everyone. Goodbye.